So I've made an improvement to my 5 horsepower Ottawa engine here. There was a brass rivet which held this choke shutter on, and I drilled the rivet out and tapped the hole for a 1/4 20 screw, and then used a brass screw and a spring in place of the rivet so that I could position this choke shutter wherever I want to, because as the engine would run, it would flop around and then slowly open up, and this engine really doesn't like to run very well with the choke open. It likes the choke to be about half closed or so, especially running idling with no load. If I was to put a load on it maybe and run the engine up to full speed, it might run a little bit better wide open, but for the most part it likes to run with very little opening on the choke. And as you saw from the barrage of videos that I've put up, the engine is running much better now, and I even experimented a little bit with seeing how slow the engine would run by taking the governor springs off. It's very popular to see these hit and miss style engines running without the governor springs, to see how long you can get them to run without stopping. And I had this engine running for about 10 minutes until it got to a point where it just wasn't going fast enough across compression to carry on. And I've done a lot of tweaking with the governor springs here, and these of course are not the original governor springs. This engine did not have springs on it when I bought it. I installed these springs, but there's adjustments here where I can adjust the tension on the springs, which adjusts the rate at which the weights come back to the middle. And then there's another adjustment, and I think this is supposed to be the main adjustment for speed, and sometimes this gives somewhat inconsistent results, because sometimes the latch will hang up and keep the exhaust push rod latched in the open position. But most of what I've been doing with fiddling with the speed on this engine has been adjusting the tension on the governor springs and adjusting this knob right here, which is the speed control knob. So anyway, thanks for watching this series of videos. I hope you found it enjoyable, and this is Oklahoma Bridges, and thank you for watching.